Thomas Graham Jackson was a British architect. He was born in 1835 in Hampstead, the son of solicitor Hugh Jackson and Elizabeth Arnold. He was educated at Brighton College and then Wadham College. In 1880 he married Alice Mary Lombard. He worked on parish churches, Tipperary Town Hall or the chapel of Ranelagh College. He died in 1924. We will review his sole collection of supernatural fiction, his 1919 Six Ghost Stories. The Lady of Rosemount, the best story in the book, has Henry Charlton about to spend his vacation with his uncle Sir Thomas Wilmot at Rosemount Abbey, an old abbey turned private residence recently bought by Sir Wilmot. While there, Henry notes some history relating to a mysterious countess left behind on the abbey's stained glass windows, and then has dreams about a woman taking some vials from a monk. Then the next morning they manage to uncover a forgotten alabaster tomb of the Countess Alianora herself, with whose stony depiction Henry becomes obsessed with, sneaking out at night to keep looking at it. But then he has a horrible vision of the Countess as living and undead, and then the whole chapel roof falls in and everything is over. The ring concerns Dr. Morton and Archie Bryant visiting Etruscan tombs around the town of Corneto, when Morton convinces a local woman to guide them to a genuine Etruscan tomb no one had ever looted, and while there, Bryant finds a ring and puts it on and leaves still wearing it. He is then pursued by rather nondescript bad luck, writing a terrible article for a magazine and not being able to get rid of the ring no matter how hard he tries. So he travels to Italy to give it back, but can't find the tomb again without the woman who helped him the first time and then dies. A romance of the Piccadilly tubes is the most unbearable. A man finds out his father disinherited him by finding a codicil to his father's will by accident when the family lawyer gets run over by a train. He agonizes whether to send it to the law firm and ruin himself or not. Then he sees the lawyer's ghost, admits the inheritance is that of his brother, and conveniently dies. The Eve of St. John is one of those infuriating stories where every single character is completely oblivious, and spend ages pondering the solution of the great mystery you figured out 15 pages ago. Cecil Maynard uncovers that his ancestor Sir Everard murdered his second wife, and he obviously walled in her body, but we have 3 people trying to uncover this obvious fact in the present, and also the manuscript of Sir Everard's servant Roger trying to do the same. Roger, who was an ally of Sir Everard's wife when he tried to make her leave her lands to him in her will by force, ran off to tell her relations of her sudden disappearance, and to his obviously telegraphed death, when Sir Everard asks him several times about his exact route through the forest the day before Roger's murdered. They still need Roger's ghost to show up for them to actually find out. Peppina concerns Sir Edward, an attorney general who abandoned an Italian peasant lover, who then drowned herself. His former friend Cranston finds out and does not want Sir Edward to court his sister. There is a quarrel and Sir Edward murders Cranston. Then he is to prosecute someone else for the murder, but Peppina's ghost stops him from doing so and forgives him as he dies. The Red House deals with William, the nephew of the Hetheringtons, who helps the outlaw Jim Abershaw rob Mr. Dawes, a family friend, then kills him so he can't tell his family. But then William is being pressured by Abershaw to help him steal his uncle's silver, but then William sees Dawes' ghost, falls off his horse fatally, tells the family servants to leave the door closed and dies. Many of these are rather tedious and quite pedestrian.